Oh, isn't that just unnecessarily dark? My goodness. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Well, I'm on here. It's the last of the year. There's always going to be someone who says, "Oh my God, I can't believe it," but that's okay. So, um, it feels like it's been forever since I've done a stream, but it really hasn't. I did one in August. It was just earlier in the month. I can always make stuff seem like it was so long ago. It's a little dark in here. I would apologize, but this is my last live stream of the year, so y'all just gonna have to take this darkness. So hi, Ronnie. Hi, Black Simple Artist. LaShreya. Hi, Regina. Hello. Hi, Squad Gang. Squad Gang. Y'all gotta forgive me. It's 9 a.m. here. I did not sleep well. I had to get up and wash my hair. So the shrinkage is for real right now. And my laundry is going. It's just a dreary looking day outside. Hi, Vanessa. Hello, Corinne. I'm gonna clarify some stuff. Let's go ahead. As some of you know, I rarely have internet access that's consistent. It's a pain in the butt. But what the conclusion I drew is that my employer shuts off the internet accessibility during the times that I wouldn't be home. That blows bubbles because I'm at home more often than they realize. So this is about to be hellaciously spotty. I can already see the screen like jumping in and out and whatnot. Blows bubbles. Hi, Topher. Hi, Katie. I'm missing your face. I keep missing a lot. Well, this is the last one of the year, so you're gonna have to really miss me for a long time. Hi, Chicago Low. Right now, I'm currently sleeping. All right, so that's the thing with the internet. So it's going to be very sporadic. I'm just going to clarify that for you now. Hey, Maya. Hi, Alana. Second thing, the reason this is the last of this year is because I am on a hiatus as multifaceted ACG. So my hiatus is giving me enough time to be able to pre-record a lot of content and be able to put everything on a schedule. Hi, Chelsea the Book Nerd. That's always been the goal. It's always been important to me to get my face off the internet because it's very much on there and leave you all with just my voice. So it doesn't mean I'll be gone. I'll still be doing live streams next year once a month, hopefully once a month and things of that sort. But the majority of my content will be pre-recorded, very well edited, and scheduled on a weekly basis so that there's something to anticipate. Much is the case with the YouTube channel I have now, Miss Blink Beats. I've had a Miss Blink YouTube channel before. It was not successful. I didn't have enough content at the time for anyone to care. But at this point, I do. So I can't secure my URL for that channel yet. For those of you who don't know, you have to have at least 100 subscribers before you can make something youtube.com/just the URL. So I think I have 27, maybe 37 subscribers on there. I have to have 100. So you can easily look for Miss Blink Beats in the Google search. And if you're kind enough, please subscribe. Music on there drops every Friday. So thus far, we've had a teaser and one song, and another one will come out tomorrow. So, you know, that is how it is. So those are the two things that are going on. Like, I'm not retiring from YouTube. I'm not like, oh my God, I'm so done. It's so corrupted. Whatever. I'm not worried about that. I need to make sure that the content that I roll out next year is a reflection of how I want to be accessed. I don't always want to be identifiable. More often than not, I would like to just be an authority in what I know best, K-pop, and then talking about my ridiculous life. So it'll still be the same content, just reformatted. A fangirl version was supposed to come up this week. Did that happen? Of course not. So I was supposed to get some help with that editing, and I haven't heard from the person who was going to edit it. So that just goes to show how much I'm going to have to micromanage that. It's not what I want. But if I can't get it up by the 30th, then you'll just have to wait to see it until next year. I do guarantee that on January 1st, the very first video you all will have from me will be my annual drunken rant about the K-pop scene, because we can't break tradition. So there, I've gotten that all out of the way very early. Let's see. I've said hi to that person. I need to put on my glasses because it's so dark in here, even though I have the light on. I can't see. All right, 1980s Taylor. Hello. Hello, Goose 1485. Hello, Taquan. Thank you, Goose, for subscribing to Miss Blink Beats. Thank you for your hard work. You're a very inspiring person. Keep doing what you do and be blessed and happy. And it's good to see you. You look well. Well, thank you very much. That's another reason I'm taking time away. When you're on here too much, and I haven't been on here too much, but when you're on here too much, you get real jaded real fast, and not necessarily see a lot of worth in what you're doing. And like when people say like, oh, you're inspiring this, that, and that, I'm like, for what? I ain't done nothing. That's not the kind of attitude of gratitude that I want to have. So taking a good chunk of time away from everything that could be a distraction will hopefully restore that appreciation. Hi, Andrea. Thank you, Maya, for subscribing. Let's see. Robert, hello. Squad Gang said, Ashley, can you please do a Fangirl version of Taman's Thirsty, the Offset concert version, please? No, I won't. Sorry. It's a live performance. There's a higher probability of me having that flag or my channel being getting a strike. So no, I will not be doing that. I do apologize. But it is one heck of a performance. Let's see. Hi, Ashley. Love you, and I wanted to know your thoughts on the Hyuna and Edon situation. I've talked quite a bit about it on Twitter, and I have finally got my fill of it. It's the most ignorant thing that Cuba's done as of recent. I won't say to ever, because they've done other stupid things before. Jumping to the conclusion that having a relationship, which is a healthy and positive thing for many people. Notice how I said healthy and positive, not healthy and normal, because for people who are asexual, who are not inclined to be in a relationship, or those who have other reasons for not being in a relationship, classifying something that's widespread as normal versus just the norm isn't fair. Long story short, as many people who were on a business stance up in arms about it, it's the most ridiculous crap I've ever experienced in the entertainment realm out here, because the whole nation aspires for relationships and intimacy and things of that sort. And you're so terrified that your artist is going to fall in love, which they want to, that is going to screw up stuff. No, you dumping them at the last minute is what's going to screw things up. It's the most ignorant crap ever. But we're a few weeks removed from it at this point. So the passion and fervor I had for talking about it when it first happened, all of that got sent on the Twitter for the most part. It's just stupid. I'm gonna get mad at you for dating. Wow. While there's groups and groups of people out here constantly trying to find somebody to love, because the whole nation is freaked out that there won't be anybody to serve, and the ethnicity will expire and all this other drastic stuff because people aren't they're not procreating as fast as they used to. Like, come on now, just stop being stupid and scared of things that are superficial. Hello, Shruti. X. Take all the time you need. Oh, I'm gonna. I mean, I know y'all saying that in support, but for those of you who are not new to my channel, y'all know I do exactly whatever the hell I want. So I am definitely solid on being gone for 3 months. Hello. Hey, Matthew. And it that the truth and the eye roll. Hi, Anthony. Ashley, Entertainment Thirsty Outstate concert version is a performance video and not. I'm aware. Are you a YouTuber who want to risk your channel? You go for it. I'm not. I've been on YouTube for a good stretch of time, y'all. And I've had one massive strike on a live performance. Thank you very much. So no, I won't be doing it. When I said no, I meant it. Cuba stupid. Almost every entertainment company out here has a level of ignorance. It's quite ridiculous. There's a lot of things that I can't publicly say, one of which was in my dream last night. Now that I'm thinking about it, oh my God. There's a lot of things I can't publicly say about some companies that I know, or at least know of, that are, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And no, it's not a thing of slave contracts and things. It's just a limited sight, a limited understanding of the trajectory of their artists' appeal beyond Korea. But we are in Korea, and that is the primary focus. So whatever strange things that they feel are beneficial to cater to the consumers here, that's going to be the first priority. I keep trying to act like Hina doesn't make all their money. She basically does. They'll learn fast enough. What do you think of GOT 7 comeback? I'm very proud of it. It's really cool. I love the fact that everybody had an opportunity to have their own song. It was a very refreshing thing to be able to hear each person's unique colors on an album versus having to go to a concert and waiting for special stages. It was a very good thing. I've learned I've learned from the years of being at MACGoalas 7 that the production quality that I'm hearing, they're gonna maintain the same sound, even though the production gets better and better each album. I'm really like yearning for another live instrumentation moment for them, or something that doesn't sound very EDM. And I know I'm asking for a lot right now on the current music scene for it to not be that, but it is what it is. I did become an official MACGoalas 7 this era. There is a video for it. Hopefully it'll load this week. If not, y'all can catch it next year. But took forever. I never saw a reason to become one while I was in America, because I couldn't enjoy the perks that would happen while I'm here in Korea. And now that I'm in Korea, half the perks that occur happen on days that I work. So whatever. I'm still grateful for having the stuff nonetheless. Will you be getting with the Just Life for anything? Jessica lives in Germany and I live in Korea. More than likely not. I don't foresee my sister coming to South Korea until spring of next year, if that, and I'm not traveling over there. So more than likely not. I won't be doing a collab with my sister for a while, but I'm glad that you support both of us. They will hit you with a lawsuit. No, they won't hit me with a lawsuit. Lawsuits are threats out here. What they'll do is they'll usher in a necessity for an apology. I ain't apologizing for shit. So instead of having to apologize, I just don't speak on what I shouldn't speak on. I know what's factual out here and what's going on behind the scenes. I know which group is getting ready to break up next and all of that. Tragic information to have when you work in entertainment. Part-time at that, because my full-time work is teaching. But yeah, I just wait until it's announced, and then I just spiral out all the information I had been sitting on for months. Sadly, I gotta go. Bye! Middle school, and they want me to graduate school completely in 2 years. Wish me luck. That's interesting. You're in middle school and they want you to graduate school completely in 2 years. So are you doing both middle and high school at the same time? That's very impressive if that's the case. Good luck to you. I don't see barcodes on their necks that say they belong to anybody, therefore having zero input in their personal lives. All of us are speaking from a Western standpoint and from Western logic. I don't see this going on. I don't know why they we don't live here. Well, y'all don't. I mean, I live here now. But we don't live here on a full-time 24/7. This is the environment I've been raised in stance. I'm not saying it's right. I'm also not saying it's wrong. I'm saying we don't live here. There are things that are changing in the civil climate quite a bit on a daily, weekly, monthly basis out here, but we don't live here. So the things that people are used to subjecting themselves to without the exposure of the outside world is going to have a completely different opinion and outlook for us who do live on the outside world. So that's the precursor that I give with that. Not even the precursor, that's just a reminder that I give us, all of us. You're watching a Western minority American YouTuber who currently lives in South Korea, reminding you of your privilege, of your stance. So, you know, it's just different. To us, it's wrong. To them, it's right. Tomatoes, tomato. Hi, Wilbert. How are you doing? Exhausted. I mean, even though we don't live there, whoops. I'm doing fine. I mean, I forget that to some people, it's still like very interesting that I live in Korea. And to me, it's just like, I just live here. Like, a lot of people think of South Korea as all of Seoul. They think only of the Hallyu wave. They don't think of the fact that people here got 9 to 5s, got families struggling, sick family members, ailments, and all that. And those things are very real, just like they are wherever you are in the world. So, I mean, I'm doing good. I'm just tired right now, and I hate this dark light. But I won't have to worry about that no more, because the videos next year, I will barely be in the bad boys. So I won't have to worry about no dark light. It's basically talking apples and oranges. To an extent, yeah. Doesn't make it okay. It's love. Let people live, man. I feel like love isn't a privilege, though. It doesn't make it okay to you. It doesn't make it okay to me and to a multitude of others. And then there's just as many people, if not more, who see it as logical and okay. So that's our individual opinions. They're not the rule. I want everybody to be able to love who and what they love, so long as it's of legal and consensual understanding. And I don't care if it's man, man, woman, woman, or whatever variable genders there are out there. That's okay for me. And that might be okay for you. That is still not evidently okay for many, many people. So, we have to look at things from a factual basis. Yes, there are some liberties that being a human extend that aren't covered by any nation's constitution or things of that sort. But you have to convince others that what you see as fit and ethical and civil is actually justified. That's not always a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people. Let's see. Topher says, I will be in Germany next year and hopefully visit South Korea in 2020 when I visit my brother in Japan. That's really cool, Topher. Safe travels to you when it happens. Katie asks, what are your tips for someone being able to start working in the music entertainment industry like you, not just in Korea, but America as well? I don't directly work, like nobody is like signed to a label who pulls my music. So from a production standpoint, I have very limited explanation here in Korea. In America, you just gotta network your ass off. The entertainment industry as a whole, it's big overall until you identify what it is you want to do. Then the circle is very, very small and very easy to get kicked out of and blackballed and all these other negatives. Become very, very well versed in whatever your individual interest is. If it's music journalism, then start following some of the greats and the more popular ones, and identifying what makes their voice unique, how they are able to access the opportunities that they're able to access. Don't get lazy on your craft. Always find a way to refine what you know, what you understand, and then surround yourself with like-minded people. Be aware that when you surround yourself with like-minded people, they might not always be a part of every aspect of your journey. Some things you can't fully get into without some academic backing, but a lot of things with a lot of finessing and positive networking, you can get into without. Start local wherever you are. A lot of people are convinced in America that you have to be in New York or you have to be in Los Angeles to make it happen. That's not always the case. And be confident in what you're doing. So if it's being an A&R, which is artist and repertoire, you're basically a recruiter of new talent, or you're a music producer, you want to be an engineer, or you want to get into doing MC work and things of that sort. Look at people who are big deal, and then look at people who are just getting started, or they're a little bit more novice, and see where you stand in that, and just be ready to work your behind off. Like, good grief, be ready to work your behind off. I'm sorry if you've already answered that question before. I have, but I mean, it's not in this stream. And every time people ask me a question, it's the first time they're receiving that information. So I can't just deflect and be like, well, you should have gone back to a video I did in 2017. It's like, heifer, I'm asking now. Like, answer the question right now. True that, $1 in one hand, 4 quarters in the other. It's all in perspective. South Korea is more than K-pop, more than your favorites, more than their bias. It's a real life. People are dealing with real things. A lot of people don't recall that because a lot of people's exposure to this nation and their understanding from an academic standpoint is, okay, they're at war with North Korea. They're not North Korea. North Korea are the psychopaths, and they have that K-pop crap or that K-drama stuff, or they got kimchi. That's the limitation of some people's understanding. A lot of us, myself included in some regards, get to a point in our understanding, our wisdom about something, and then we look back at the others and be like, oh my God, how did you not know? Well, Heffa, you was just there 3 to 4 months ago. So it took me a long time in life to accept the fact that you have to acknowledge where people are in their walk, in their life, and their understanding, and meet them halfway. So yeah. Good observations, everybody. Any thoughts on the R&BTS UN speech? Totally off topic. That's not off topic. It's just a question. I'm glad that music act that has a tie-in to social concerns and social activism rose to make a speech. Have I listened to it? Nope. I was at work. No, I wasn't at work. I was asleep. I was asleep. I'm burned out on BTS. So any distance that I can make from them is a healthy one right now. I'm just fried on the inundation of their news and media on a regular basis, no matter where I look. So no, I have not listened to it. I hope whatever they spoke of and whatever initiatives were discussed during the UN meeting are followed through, because there's a lot of uncivil, objective things happening all over the globe. And that's far more important to me than the unbelievable opportunity that a group had to be able to speak. I watched a video on Asian Boss. They were saying how they feel betrayed because they were dating, but then they said they want idols to have their own privacy. I was trying to understand it, but it's kind of hypocritical. But I mean, it's just me, I guess. Betrayed because they feel betrayed because they put their idols on a high pedestal. These people are all over everything. They become a property of the country. They become a property of the Ministry of Entertainment and Tourism. Like, they lose their identity for the sake of assuming whatever role is delegated to them as an entertainer. So I could see where they feel betrayed, where it's like, oh, that's my favorite celebrity. I know that if I go over to this place to go get contacts, that I'm going to see her image there and whatnot. The same level of betrayal, albeit I was much younger, and this is not even in entertainment. I used to love Grant Hill. Grant Hill used to be a professional basketball player for the Detroit Pistons. He went to Duke. I loved him. And when he announced on Detroit radio that he was engaged to the singer Tamia from Canada, I had a freaking heart attack. I felt betrayed because I loved him. I adored him, and I only wanted magic and happiness for him. And that's exactly what he has. And they've been married forever. And my behind been divorced. So, like, I understand the betrayal. You get invested in the image of what it is you see. Everything is not that black and white. The world is exceptionally gray in the middle. And I know you know that, Wilbur. I know you know that. I'm not like spanking your hand for being human and having your own feelings. Your own feelings are justified. But there's very few things in life that all of us are just not hypocritical about. Let's be real. Let's be 1,000%. Some of us are just hypocritical AF. Ashley, was seventh grade hard for you when you were in middle school? It was hard AF. It was absolutely horrible because I was very developed in the chest, but I was a tomboy. So some people thought I was stuffing my boobs to get attention from guys. That wasn't the case. A teacher thought that I was pregnant. I wasn't. We had play families. I've almost always been the mom in my circle of friends. And I was in a very unhealthy relationship already at the age. So no, seventh grade blew serious chunks. It was horrible. I had to educate myself on the culture, their history, their voice, their past, their present. I'm learning more about their future. I'm learning about learning about their politics. I'm learning about a lot of stuff. It's good that you're interested in learning. Being open to learning is what helps people unify and become more understanding, more sympathetic of people instead of just imposing your beliefs. If you take a moment to really just understand where someone is, you can see where you agree, where you disagree, and those things are okay, and be able to help each other a little bit more effectively. Hey, Ashley, just got home from work and hopped on. Hey, TJ, I understand the BTS overload at the moment. I hit with everything BTS when I was in Korea about a month ago. I love my boys, but they were on everything. Yep, anybody who's an idol and anybody who beat us is going to be all over everything. It's very exhausting. Hi, Alexandria. Hi, Ashley. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. How's your teaching job in Daegu going? It's fine. Haven't killed a kid. Haven't threatened a life. So I'm succeeding. That's why I want to go to Korea and Japan to have my own experiences and broaden my knowledge. I think it's important if you can. I've always wanted to travel and live abroad and things of that sort. And that's not the case for a lot of my family and some of my friends. And I forgot that that's not an option for a lot of people because it's always been an option for me. So long as I could financially save to do so. So I had a coming to Jesus or reckoning moment with that because you can only talk your own experiences for so long without acknowledging the fact that some of the things that you're capable of doing are just not even an option for some people. So I try my best to be a little bit less talkative about it these days. I'm the mom of my friend group too, and I'm the youngest. Oh, that's what's up. Hello, Asa. How much are you paying attention to U.S. news? Any thoughts of the? Oh, thank you, Pat, for bringing me down. I always pay attention to American news because I'm an American citizen. It's exceptionally upsetting. I never share a lot of some of my very deep, dark information with the masses, but some of the reactions to Kavanaugh and all of that ignorance made me contribute to to a couple of hashtags here and there on Twitter. He's definitely going to get the job, and justice is not going to prevail in a way that makes me comfortable with coming back home. And it just breaks my heart because I want to be a part of the change, and I also want to preserve myself away from it. So I'm in a very conflicted space right now. It's very upsetting. Ooh, it's upsetting. It's all hell. I'm going to learn Japanese. That's what's up. Dedicate yourself to it. At first, I didn't understand about the betrayal aspect until you gave me this new perspective. Companies do not draw the line and perpetuate an image that they are romantically available to fans. Of course they do, because it sells, just like in America, sex sells. It's okay, Pat. You asked a good question and I answered. It's up to the idols themselves to draw the line and say, hey, we are friends, but have a life outside of us. If they had the voice to be able to. Some artists are more developed in their time as an idol and feel more comfortable doing so. Some don't. So it's not that cut and dry, which is unfortunate, but it is changing. The environment is changing a lot, especially over the past 10 years. It's changed a lot. And I'm excited about those changes. I'm trying to learn Korean and French because I kind of want to study abroad, but English is my first language and I can barely speak it. That's okay. Most of us who speak English can barely speak it. The fact that you're trying to learn is showing that you have an interest in doing more than what you can do. And that's awesome. Most artists don't have the voice to say anything. Yeah, a lot of them don't. I can see uh why the industry makes them feel trapped and things of that sort. There is a particular group has an amount of members between the numbers 1 and 10. I'm trying to be as vague as possible that their management won't allow them to take interviews right now because one of the members is getting more shine than the rest, and they don't necessarily know if they can compete with the likes of BTS and other groups. And it's just very unfair because the group has been around for a substantial amount of time and contract negotiations are getting ready to come up, and it's a high probability the group won't last. So it's jacked up. Listen, he said that he has a condition that makes him want to have sex with non-consensual women. Throw him away. We're not going to, and that's the part that infuriates me. We already have a misogynistic predator in the presidency, and now we're gonna have one on the Supreme Justice, and my ovaries have never felt so unsafe. It's gonna be even harder now for me to convince a doctor to tie my tubes because he's gonna make it that way. I would love to be fluent in Spanish or Korean. How hard was it to learn for you? Any language is hard that you don't have to use every single day. Some people learn a little bit easier than others, but something that you genuinely do not have to use on a day-to-day basis, you're not going to retain. So everyone has a different learning style. And it works for you so long as you implement it on a day-to-day basis. Spanish is relatively easy because a lot of English words are loan words from Spanish and Latin. No, I didn't fart. Now that I'm thinking about it, I just hit the Febreze out of nowhere. No, I didn't make a stinky. I just don't like stale smelling rooms, and I don't have my windows open just yet because it looks like it was going to rain and I don't feel like having everything wet. That looked a little suspect. But anywho, yeah, just if you don't find a reason to use it every day, case in point, for me, I don't come out of my house unless I absolutely have to. And when I do speak Korean to people, they respond back in English. And then my students aren't necessarily allowed to use it, but I let them use it so that I'm constantly hearing it. But I don't listen to Korean music every day like I did the first 2 years I got into K-pop. So, and I don't watch dramas. I'm not exposed to a lot of movies and whatnot. So I'm losing some of the skills despite living here. But yeah, I have to find a reason to use it every single day. I try. How do you feel with the BTS overload? Don't get me wrong, I love BTS, but it can be a bit much. I cut off from BTS before this last album came out. I've been done with them for a while. Not to say I'm not a fan and I don't appreciate them, but I know how to cut myself from things that are overload. It's exhausting, so I just don't pay no attention. They're blocked on all my social media, but I'm off social media for the next 3 months. So I really won't hear too much of them. How is teaching going? Going well. Like I said earlier, I haven't killed a kid, I haven't threatened any lives, so it's going well. Teaching is fun. I very much enjoy it. It breaks my heart that upon coming back to America, I might not be teaching. These midterm elections will very much determine what my career choices will be next, because I don't want to carry a firearm in school. I don't want to learn to defend your child in that way. And also still only make $55,000 a year. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? I'm not a married woman. I'm not in a long-term committed relationship where we're living together, cohabitating, where those expenses would be cut. I guess my hair's still wet. I'm not in a position where that financially is advantageous to me. I don't need to be rich, but I also don't want to come back struggling. So that's that. Throw the whole man away, birds of a feather. The Febreze. Yeah, I love Febreze, and I'm so glad it is some out here. I guess for rookies, it would not be something they could say right now, but I hope more and more idols will be able to draw that line when companies don't. I'm hoping so too. No, you're not a slow typer. You are effectively typing at the speed that is best for you. Hi, Trisha. How are the little chicken nuggets doing? I miss your IG lives. Well, I'm not even at the same school anymore. The school that everyone used to catch my IG lives when I was teaching, I'm not at that school anymore. I've been gone since July. Same boss, just a different school. So I'm at one that is in the suburbs. The kids at my old school would beat the brakes off of these kids. And I adore that. But that's about it. These nuggets are different because they're a little bit more dependent versus independent. Oh my God, I still remember attending your YouTuber panel at KCON 2014. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good, Sandra. Thank you. That was a long time ago. It was fun. That was my first time moderating, and I was not the scheduled moderator for that. So that opportunity at that KCON, with me being the last panel of the day, me and the LGBTQ panel, we were the last ones. The last ones of the con, period. That was my moment to share my content when I was still an MV reactor with everyone and really show my personality and gain a following. And it helped a lot from that one thing. A lot of very unique experiences have come from that. So I'm very grateful. I learned more the 3 weeks I was there than I have for the past year, to be honest. Oh boy. That's my complication with, I scrolled too fast. That's my complication with Japanese. I don't use it every day, so it's been hard keeping up, but I'm resilient and try not to give up on it. I can't really. That's awesome. I have distanced myself from BTS somewhat myself. I have yet listened to their album and don't want to for the moment. That's fine. That's a good thing that you can identify what you do and don't want to do. You can commit to it. Some people don't. How many students do you have on a daily basis? I'm gonna go ahead and be 1,000% honest with you all. When I'm not at work, I don't know. I don't count the kids. I don't remember their names. None of that, because for a few reasons. The first one is I love teaching. I'm not necessarily in love with the thought of kids. So anything that I can do to cut myself off from that is perfection for me. Doesn't mean I'm rude or mean to the kids and whatnot. I care a great deal about them when I'm in the confines of the classroom. Additionally, there's a lot of personalities and schedules aren't on a consistent basis where you have the same amount of kids every single day. Some kids only come to class once a week, despite being a part of a class that has 4 students in it or 10 students. So it can fluctuate. Additionally, what I noticed with a lot of new teachers, and or younger than me teachers, is that they get emotionally attached to the kids, and it makes it really hard for them to do their job on a black and white, this is that, this is not that basis. And I don't need that kind of drama in my life. I've been teaching for 5 years at this point, multitude of ages. And I've only had 2 kids that really just wore me out because I was so emotionally invested in them. And I just don't need that shit while I'm out here. So that's the honest to goodness truth. I will do all that I can to make sure they have a wholesome, engaging, exciting experience when I'm in the classroom with them. But when I'm not, I don't be thinking about them little nuggets. Listen to other groups or individual artists is how I deal with the overload. Oh shit. Oh snap. Oh crackle pop. Okay. I just noticed your hair ain't straight. No, I took the braids out a long time ago, and then right before this live stream, I washed my hair. So that's just shrinkage. My hair is this long. I did cut it a little bit, but yeah, my hair is pulled back in a nice, extra wavy, extra detangled poof of cleanliness. I miss having my hair laid to the gods, but that probably won't happen until I get back to America. Are they serious about that gun in schools thing? Our NYPD training, school security don't even care. Yeah, they're very serious. DeVos dumbass really want that to be one of the things we do. Talking about, well, anywho, yeah, they're serious. They're serious, and that's going to greatly deter me from being an instructor. I thought about being an academic advisor and all these other alternatives that still appeal to my interests and my strengths. Without me putting my life in jeopardy. I mean, granted, I could die anywhere. I could be in here right now. Somebody could break down my door and gun me down. It would be heartbreaking, especially given the circumstance that I'm live streaming right now and people will witness that. So there's no guaranteeing it being safe, but you're not going to put the added pressure on me of me having to buy school supplies, come up with curriculum, deal with 90% of my class actually be devoted to teaching for standardized testing versus actually retaining knowledge and wisdom. And then you want me to be stand-in mama for the kids whose parents work too much to really contend with them, stand-in counselor for those who can't afford therapy, stand-in cook for those who might not be able to get on the free lunch system, because now I think that's jeopardized as well, but I might have snacks or something. I'm also the pharmacist for young ladies who might be on their menstrual cycles and they're not necessarily very structured, if you will, and now I have to give out emergency like, you're not gonna do all of that on a $55,000 salary. You're not gonna do that to me. I don't know about no other teachers, but to me, to actually unite, Miss Griffin not about to deal with that shit, not in the least bit. I'd rather teach online. I'd rather. It don't work well for me. Oh, Jesus. That's one reason why I have retired, sadly, from teaching. I'm from Detroit, and they are still closing schools. I pray for children's education. I don't know where the hell anybody going to go in Detroit. I'm shocked CAS still open. That's where I graduated from. But you're not going to take something that people who teach don't go into it to become rich. We go into it because it feels like it's a calling. We feel like it's a civil service to the next generation. You're not going to stomp on my calling by keeping me in harm's way. And instead of fixing the damn problem, you're bandaging it. You're not. Now that I'm all riled up. Ashley, did you listen to Luna's debut album? I was supposed to this week because I've been off all week, but I don't have internet access. So no, I haven't. There's a lot of music and things that I'm stuck in 2016 and parts of 2017. It's really disappointing. There's so many unique artists that I want to listen to, but I've not made the time. And then when I do have the time, I'm working on other things. MACG Productions, my company, which is not the same as Multifacetedacg. MACG Productions, our direction is more heavily into the area of digital media. So you can't just slack on that. You have to be able to constantly be aware of the different trends and changes and things, and how information is shared, what information is necessary to repeat when all magazines and media outlets are already talking about it, what new angles you can have and whatnot. So focusing on getting my team to a place where they don't need me in everything, that takes up a lot of my energy. The thing that gets me is the cost of medicine. Without insurance, just one of my meds is $600. Like, wow, that's killing me all the time, especially when I can go get 4 months worth of medicine for $250 here. Really works every fiber of my nerve. It's not for the care of people. It's for the care of the pockets of the investors in these pharmaceutical companies. It's heartbreaking. It's a lot of things that now that I'm not, that I already had a problem with when I was at home, but now that I'm not there, like it's a very emotional thing to not feel like you can go back, but you really want to. So I don't have to contend with it today, though. Let's see. Tashayla says, same, and a lot of individual artists, thanks to Ashley, listening to new people. I'm glad I shared some to you. Hey, Ashley, I'm late. It's all right. You're here now. I commend you for taking up the opportunity to mold kids' minds, though. Somebody needs to do it. They are our future. Yes, they are. And there's some really bright ones out there just without nurturing and suitable environment. Girl, I know the shrinkage is real. I just had my wash day. I love Ailey and other idols. That's what's up. Ailey's amazing. I just washed my hair today and blow dried it. Before I ever finished blow drying it, I already decided I was going to straighten it tomorrow. I got too much hair. I'm tired. I can relate. Yes, Ailey is on repeat. There you go. I'm so glad y'all feel it. Ailey. Yes, preach. That gun in school nonsense is going to make the job I do even more heartbreaking when accidents happen and they come across radiology table. Yeah, it's going to be exceptionally worse. It's going to happen too. That's the heartbreaking thing. Let's see, Ashley, I need advice. I just had a major schedule change in a job that I've been unfulfilled in for a while now. The schedule change was the straw that broke the camel's back. How do I leave it? Woo, boy, you might not want to ask them kind of questions from me because Ashley leave jobs for less than a schedule change. Um, do not leave without another job in line. That is something that I have been very reckless about in the past because when I have hit my limit, I don't give two poops about decorum and any of that. I'm trying to get away so that I don't curse you out and end up going to like jail for like assault charges. That's how things escalate for me. So you bit the bullet this long. You can continue to bite it as you interview for other jobs and get yourself squared away to find other work. Do not leave that job prior to securing other work. You better suck it up. And I know it hurts. If that's not an option for you, if you're just like, damn, that's not feasible, then you need to start getting yourself on the path of really jacking shit up so that you can get dismissed so that you can collect unemployment. Unemployment is very fickle. They will find any and every way to not compensate you for the money that they already take out of your checks. But those are the decisions you have to make. Suck it up long enough to be able to get to a new job, or do all you can to get dismissed. And know that if you're dismissed, there might be some things in your employee files, if it's necessary to share those, that they might say you were disruptive or things of that sort. Make sure you got a reference at the job who can fill in, quote unquote, as a supervisor in the event things are not an amicable split, who will vouch for you and say that you were a quality employee and things of that sort. But boy, don't you pull no Ashley Griffin and leave without a job because you trying to make a statement. That company don't give two hells about you. They don't. And they will continue to function without you. So be careful with that. Can I suggest PLT, a group of individual artists with Planetarium Records that you should listen to if you have free time? A lot of people are suggesting Planetarium Records to me. I can promise you I'm going to forget once we get off of this live stream. And with me not having social media and things around me, you can email it to me and I might remember over these next 3 months. But a lot of people have suggested them to me and I don't recall it until I see the name. So apparently they must be really good. Yep, me too. That's been my year so far, unfortunately. Who's ready for NCT 127 full album? I was kind of confused because the highlight medley shows 6 songs, but I guess the other version will have the other new songs. I'm just glad that they coming out with another one because I'm a fan. So I'm excited about that. I finally listened to the one they did with all of the 2018 members. Last month. Finally listened to it. Yes, ma'am. I learned that the hard way, leaving a job with a backup plan. Never again. I just want an EXO comeback and I'll be content, especially since it might be a OTA comeback. Lay's doing his thing and doing well and getting ready to drop a track in America and whatnot. But I need EXO to come on the hill back. I'm ready. Simply Rainy, that is a struggle. I know intimately. Ashley has heard me almost ready to snatch heads off having a job on the first. He very much so. He went through a very tumultuous, very ignorant, very racially charged environment for a long time. And I was ready to come up there and do something about it. But something will be done about it all the way from South Korea in a very spiteful way. Because I can't help myself. I know the karma of that is gonna come back to me too, but whatever, I'm ready for it. I'm actually happy at the job I've been at for these last 2 months. That's very good. Good for you. Regular sounds amazing from the sampler. Ashley, I am now a 38-year-old widow. My condolences. Then I am now disabled and can't work. I had to move back home and find myself extremely unmotivated. That could definitely be a lot of unmotivating factors. I'm sorry for the transitions that you're abruptly experiencing in life. However, Those are small limitations if you can find the silver lining. So you got some very unique, very heart-wrenching experiences. There's someone out there who will ache to hear those things, just like people tune in for hours on end to listen to me ramble when I don't feel like I'm really saying much. So YouTube's an outlet. If you are a writer, that's an outlet. You just have to take the time and very gently with yourself to find things that matter to you again. It's not gonna happen overnight, but I have nothing but positive thoughts and hopes for you. I really do. Alcoholic Blind, Hocus Pocus are really good. Oh, PLT stuff. Any advice? See, I totally agree. I can't wait to hear the full song. I love my job, but trying to fit in is hard. Workplace social exclusion is real and frustrating. I try very hard to be excluded at the workplace. I'm dealing with some very interesting things right now. I will share it with you all. I've shared quite a bit with you all in the past about myself, but there is something called alexithymia, or alexithymic. Basically, we don't connect with our feelings very well. And this is not something that is like new for me. I've had some connectivity issues for a long time, but there wasn't the appropriate word for it. I didn't have dissociative disorder. That isn't the case at all. Y'all have seen me over the years tear up over music, over food, over puppies, and over seven and things of that sort. So it's not like I'm dead inside completely, but I know that I preference for people to be way over there while I'm over here. I observe humanity like a person at a museum does, and that's not a negative nor is it a positive. It's just very far on the spectrum of odd. So I try my best not to connect with anybody at work, and they really do want to socialize and like want to go eat and things of that sort. And I really just be like, can I lock my classroom door? There's nothing wrong with the people. There's nothing wrong in the environment. I just don't want to. I do not want to. But that's not that's not conducive to my health. It's not conducive to my health. So I am in a lot of therapy about that right now, trying to fix that issue because it trickles over to everything. Like I'd rather just like not be bothered. I'd rather read a book or play a phone game or just go to sleep than deal with humans. And that's just not good. It takes a lot of emotional preparation for me to know that I'm going to be in an environment where people are going to want to like talk to me because I don't give a shit. I don't care. Like I care that you're safe and you're happy and whatnot, but like leave me alone. I don't want to be a part of it. So you see how negative that sounds? It sounds awful. It sounds awful, but I really, really am aware of how it sounds and how it comes off in my actions and my interactions with people. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Let's see. You don't have to answer this, but how did you cope with your divorce? My husband and I are filing divorce, and I'm having a problem with it sometimes. I'm very sorry for that, Vanessa. If it's something that you really don't want, I so desperately wanted it. I wasn't in a healthy marriage at all. I was in a very emotionally abusive relationship. It just wasn't. It wasn't healthy. I mean, I was sad. I was sad for a very, very long time because I loved this man and I was dead serious when I said I was gonna get married one time and not do this crap multiple times and all of that. So it was very heartbreaking. My healing came through music, finding a hobby, talking with family and friends who had either been through it already or who I knew wouldn't go and take my business and twist it into something that it wasn't. And a lot of solo moping and complaining. But you heal at some point. You'll never be the same. Just like anything that you are really invested in, when it's ripped from you, be it through divorce or through death, or a disability that's just not able to be recovered from, like being in a coma and the person is just not waking up, and or they're in a vegetative state. You're never the same. Don't think that you're gonna go back to being the same. You never can be. You can never ever go back to being the same. But you become a different part. I beg and plead with you to put a really good circle around yourself while you're healing. Don't think that it'll be overnight. I've been separated from my spouse for 6 years, divorced for 3. And there are still moments, there are instances of things that'll happen where I'll get pissed the hell off because it'll remind me of him. But you go on living. You really do. You really, really do. I've always had the philosophy that I am friendly with my coworkers, but they are not my friends. They are always trying to get me to go out with the group, and I don't see the need. I think because a lot of generations before us, their social activities were very normative with those who they worked with because they were at jobs for 30 years and things of that sort. That's not the environment that those of us 45 and under are experiencing right now. So we really be like, I don't want to fool with you people because I probably won't be here. On top of just the social things that we do now don't involve a lot of in-person interaction. So we're all stunted in that regard to an extent. Okay, finally, that little puff of hair back there is dry, so I can take this off. I like my coworkers. I really do. I just don't want to fool with them more than saying hello. Like, I just don't. I just don't. I have the exact opposite experience. I actually want to connect with my team members, but the cliques are in place, and as a new girl and only minority, I'm often left out. Are you sure you're actually left out? Or are those barricades that you have in your mind because you're the newbie and because you're a minority? Think about it from the other perspective. If it's already cliques that are in place, then you go to every single one of them and you see if you like one of them. You're as much as in control of initiating interactions as they are. I like to initiate. I bought you some coffee. Now leave me the hell alone. That's a really good thing for me. I don't like surprises. I'm not a person who loves receiving gifts and things of that sort, which is why it took so long for me to open up a space for fans to send me things. And currently, while I'm abroad, I really don't want anybody sending me stuff because it just costs too much. But like, I don't mind gifting it to you if it makes you go away. Hearing it come out of my mouth makes me laugh in hysteria because it's like, you are a psychopath, but whatever, I'm okay with it. I know that I am. Okay. Listen, dealing with humans is a mission. They do too, and I observe too, but I wear my heart on my sleeve, I guess. I call myself a walking contradiction. I don't wear my heart on my sleeve. You're going to have to fight for it. It's only a handful of things that you're going to see me get some emotions about. We don't have to be friends, but as team members, the communication needs to be open. I can't be the last one to know about projects. It's not good for my own career trajectory. Let them fools know that. Hey, guys, I just want to let you know it really helps me to know what the heck's going on as early as possible. I prefer to observe than interact. I like the idea of being, oh, Lord, I'm going to knock my stuff off. Wait, time out. I hit the button and everything disappeared. I prefer to observe than interact. I like the idea of being included in something without necessarily being involved. I can come off as an ass or as being a bitch to people. Having RBF don't help. Yeah, I got it too. But I've come to peace with the fact that however I come off is however the person interprets. I sound like this all the time. And when you call my name and you say, hey, Ashley, I need something, I look at you like this. I'm paying attention. I'm looking at you, but I look like I don't care. So if you got a problem with that, don't walk off and go tell another employee. You come and tell me, is this something wrong? Did we have an issue? And I know everybody can't do that, but I preference to work with those who can. I don't do very well with people who are punitive and oh, I don't know, maybe yeah, don't maybe my ass. Come and ask me. Come get the answer, damn it. Get the answer. And be okay with what the answer is. No, I don't dislike you. I just get annoyed with the fact that you constantly come to my classroom. Can we kind of cut that out to a point where maybe you come like just once? Or yeah, I actually do have an issue with you. Do you mind if you close my door so we can discuss it, just me and you, because it don't involve nobody else? Ball the hell up and grow some hair, okay? Like, I know that I am in a rare space where I am willing and more often than not able to speak with absolute surety and confidence in whatever it is I'm saying, even if I'm wrong. I know that's not common. But if you can sense that about me, don't you recoil in horror. You better boss up and be the person you think you are in your mind with me, because I am that. Now, see, y'all got me worked up. Lord have mercy. I feel like I have no presence sometimes. I could be standing next to someone for 5 minutes and they freak out when they finally notice. I would like to have that. Actually, I'm going through a divorce right now. It sucks balls. I'm so sad. He put me in hell. I clawed my way out. I'm glad that you found an out and that you found yourself worthy enough to come out. Some people choose to stay in their grief. Some of us use that rage to propel forward. My long-term motivation, until I could find other things to motivate me, was that I want to hit every single success before he can. That's why I refuse to go back to my maiden name. I want him to be able to Google me and look me up in the news and media and hear about the things I'm doing with his last name attached to it while he's still doing basic shit. That's what brought me joy for a moment in time. And I'm well beyond that now. But I can still say it and laugh at the thought, because that's what kept me going. My whole mindset was, I will show you that you didn't break me. He did, but I needed to present that he didn't. So I'm proud of you for pushing forward. Kind of peculiar, really. Ashley, thank you so much for advice. I'm not a risk taker, but I was wondering if leaving one job without a backup is a risk worth taking. Hell no, it ain't. Your words of wisdom clear that up. Don't do it. We were toxic for each other, but I loved him with everything I had. And most of us do. We make a lot of exceptions for those that we love and care about when it's toxic. YouTube, where was my notification? Hi, by the way. Hi, Maggie. I hate that the Black race maybe most feel that having a counselor is like having an STD and that mental illness is a myth. Any thoughts on why it's not talked about? Because for the longest, we always said collectively you could just pray everything away. Quite frankly, I do prefer to pray right before and after my therapy session. You're not going to give that. That's the part that blows my mind. If God is in everything, Christians, I'm sorry for those who are not, just give me a few moments and I'll get off of it. If God is in everything and of everything, and if he's the one who bestows these gifts and these strengths upon us, if he granted people the wisdom to be doctors and to be therapists, why all of a sudden do we reject that? It's the stupidest thing in the world to me. Okay, off my platform. I'm a user therapist. Ever since I became a legal adult, I always have, because I want to be able to speak with someone who is not my family or my friends, who have an emotional investment in me, who can just give me some clarification. Like, people who love you a lot speak from love. And sometimes I just need the facts. I just need the car facts. She said, it could be in my head. It could be in your head. Monday when you go to work, or tomorrow when you go to work. If tomorrow is too abrupt, but Monday, if you need to take the rest of these days to gear yourself up for it, fight with yourself. And Monday, challenge yourself. See if it really is in your mind or not. Give yourself that much before you just deflect. Take responsibility for the aspect of it that you can and see what comes from it. Like, fam, I understand that you probably have a lot to talk about, but don't bring it to me. Wanted to say I will miss you until you come back. I like being to myself too, as quirky as it is. For years I was just like that, but dynamics change. However, at the core, we are who we are. We are who we are. And I'm going to miss everybody while I'm on my break too, but I'm looking forward to coming back very renewed. Plus, I'm not gone. If you listen to Sid the Kid's podcast, I'm still on there. I still have my 2 podcasts. So I'm not gone. I'll be making music on Miss Blink Music still on a weekly basis. Well, I'm not producing right now. I've got a lot of music, so I don't have to make anything. Plus, I'm just cleaning up on an album that'll drop in November. But there will still be a presence. I'm still writing on MACG Magazine. I've got interviews with a couple of artists that'll be coming up the second week of October on the magazine. So I'm not gone. It's just multifaceted ACG. Actually, the entertainer needed to pull back a little bit. RBF comes in handy sometimes. I used to hate it. I wish, God rest her soul, my mother was still alive long enough to have learned that term, because then she would have learned that when she was talking to me, I wasn't like looking through her or having an attitude. I was just listening. Divorce sucks, but it's even worse with kids. His emotional and controlling I can't deal with, but my kids still have to deal with him, and it's hard seeing him deal with his manipulative words and actions. Some of those things are learned habits that he might not be willing to break, but you can do all that you can to nourish in your children that for the time being, please try your best to see your father as a human. He's not perfect, and he might not be perfect in showing how he loves you, but he does love you. And then allow them, once they are legal adults, to make a decision about how they want to deal with them. It's what my mother did with myself and my biological father. And we have a good relationship now with no resentment and whatnot, because there was nothing built up for me to be pissed off with. I could draw my own conclusions, and I knew my mom encouraged that. Speaking of RBF, someone already caught the side eye of death from me at work. It just came out. You better tell them to back up off you. I can't be flying out there to do anything about it. Same people be like, why are you mugging me? What did I do to you? I don't have my glasses on, fool. I can't see that. Your music saved me. That means a lot to me. My music saved me too. Music has saved me time and time again. Success is the best revenge, baby. You ain't never lied. Your truth heals me. Thank you very much. Preach. Actually, I need some advice. I was dating this guy a couple of months back who I felt was perfect for me during rough times. Then he broke it off for school, and I've been struggling with him leaving. Wait, Alexandria, I'm not laughing at your question. I'm laughing at the timing. I was dating a guy for a couple of months back who I felt was perfect for me during rough times, and then he had to go and live life. And I've drawn this conclusion that this guy is more than likely still in a committed relationship. And unless he's watching this live stream right now, he'll find out soon enough that those are the conclusions I drew. I struggled with him leaving. I very much did. And I was blown away by how badly I struggled for a while. And then I came to the realization that I struggled because I cared. And there's nothing wrong with caring. And you can have your bottom lip busted, poked out for as long as it takes for you to wake up one day and just feel better. So it's okay if you're struggling. Go ahead and struggle and be annoyed with the memories and things of that sort. But keep moving forward. That's all you can do. Therapy really helps. I've been in it for 8 years now. They make you think from different perspectives on your life. They do. That's why I love therapy. I think it's the bomb. Or being able to have open dialogue like this can help a lot of people. This isn't formative, formal therapy, but it's helping somebody. When and for how long are you going to be gone? I missed this news. If you go to any of my social media, you'll be able to see the details of it. But from October 1st to January 1st, 3 good, beautiful months of departure from this channel, so that I can reformat content. Let's see. Congrats on this upcoming album. I'm excited about this one because I got people singing on it for the first time. I'm very excited. Oh, thank you. Okay, why is it so difficult to find a nice, real-looking crown for less than $30? I'm a struggling artist trying to do a cool photo shoot at Renfest. See if your aunt still has Lane Montoya's contact information. She might be able to let you know where you can find one for $30, Maggie. Well, Halloween coming up, finding crowns with tiara should be easy. Yeah, but she needs a particular style. Maybe. Wait, what? Do I need to go on a hunt? No, TJ. No, it's not even that deep. It's not even that deep. These are just conclusions that I've drawn from a long list of things that I had to write out to extrapolate how bad things could be. And I've drawn my own proof of conclusion, and my feelings aren't hurt. I was pissed for about 3 hours, and then I ate and took a nap. Because this doesn't make this person a bad person. It makes this person a fool. an absolute blatant fool, because I gave you all the tools to handle being around me as best as possible, and you neglected one massive one. So I don't hate him. I'm not mad at him. I think he's a dumbass, and it'll take every fiber of his existence for at least a year to 3 for me to trust that person again. Forgive? Already forgiven. Already. Trust you, not as far as I can throw you, and my fist can go pretty far. So, no reason. I'm one of those people that offers that others like to tell their business to. At this moment, I'm speaking with someone who pretty admitted that they used me for a counseling session. Not surprised, because it was obvious. Yeah, a lot of people do that to me too. A lot of people out of nowhere, first meeting with me, literally, like, never seen me on YouTube or read any of my articles or things, or they'll meet me and they just offload. And I'm like, what did I do to deserve this? I don't know. Some of us just make people feel very comfortable to share whatever. I set aside $10. Be proud of me. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of you setting aside $10, Steve, baby, to be honest. Setting aside that 10 meant that you took 10 away from something else that you probably would have wanted to use it for, to save for something else. I am proud of you for that. That is good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. It is 8:14, so we've been on for an hour and 15 minutes. Did anyone else have anything they wanted to ask, share, converse about before I shut it down for the year? We have a light that they are attracted to. That's why they feel comfortable with us. I be trying to blow that light out sometimes. Like, stop being attracted to it. Even bugs get attracted to light and end up dying. So, like, leave me out of it. Oh, I don't care. Reading something I didn't care. At least I'm transparent with y'all. I'm transparent with y'all about how I feel about stuff. Random, but what's your favorite Korean dish? Sundubu chige. Hey more sundubu chige. So chige is just stew. Sundubu means soft tofu, and heimu is water meat, aka seafood. So seafood tofu stew is my absolute favorite Korean dish. I can eat it for breakfast. I'm more than likely, when I get to Seoul in a few hours, because I have to go to Seoul over the weekend for a doctor's appointment, I'm more than likely going to eat it as soon as I get there. It's my jam. I'm the friend that people go to for advice, and I'm sitting here like, I have no experience. Why are we trusting me with this? I'm a whole mess. Finally offered time to catch a stream. You and your sisters, Sid, Jess, and Karen, got me into K-pop. Whoa, really? That's shocking, Amber. Well, good for that. And Sid and Karen are just my sister friends, just as my real sis. But my sisters nonetheless. Thank you for supporting us. I hope you check out the podcast that Sid put together with all of us in it, and Emmy in it as well. It's one of those ever relighting candles. I can't ever get mine to turn off either. Be safe, do great things, and remember, we all got you. Thank you, Love Lyric. You do realize that you have saved his existence just now. I'm not worried about that man's existence. Whatever. You wasn't gonna do nothing. You really gonna step. Do you remember what his career is? You would not prevail. That would be my mother. I've seen people have 2 or 3 hour psych sessions with her just seconds after meeting her. It's the worst because we don't ask for it. But if that's the energy that we put out there, where you can come and just offload on us, then hopefully it makes it more understood. The difficulty with that is people do that, so they think they can do it all the time. And then when we retreat, when we need to renew our own battery, they're just like, what did I do? Do they not like me? It's not a thing of not liking you. You sucked the soul out of me for a moment. I just need to get my life together. I'm going natural. It's so hard. Any advice on how to unnap without damaging hair loss? Like, what products do you use? Oh, I'm not the best one to ask because I don't take good care of my hair. I'm not a hair person at all. I'll wash my hair with a Dove bar soap if it get it clean. I don't. It's hair. It's already dead as soon as it comes out of the follicle. And like, mine grows very well, and I'm extremely grateful for that. But the biggest thing that I can recommend to you is invest in a really good detangling brush for when it's wet, because that's when I detangle best. I just comb through it and just scrape through the pain. Know that it's going to be tangled. um, it is more maintenance to be natural, and keep your hair oiled at all times. That's the only advice I'm gonna give you, because your own hair, whatever products you start using and things, it'll adjust to that. Currently, I'm using something that my employer bought for me that makes my curls come back, because I had no identifiable curl pattern anymore. And this bad boy that's a cute little curly dude right there. Um, but yeah, like I don't care about no hair. I love wigs. I'll do whatever I can, and I have to be in this. If I could, my dream is that I am financially stable enough where I can get somebody to come do my hair every 2 weeks, because this is not my life. It just isn't. I enjoyed having my braids, but the braiding process was so painful for me because my hair is so thick that I'm just like, I'm off that. So those are the only things that I can really suggest, because I don't fool with hair. I keep it from stinking. That's all I can say. Did you comment on God Seven's CB yet and JB's Blue Gray Mullet? I did talk about their album. I think it was a very good comeback. I said that I just have to accept the fact that they're just gonna maintain this EDM sound for a while. JB's mullet, I'm just glad he grayish blue again. Made me feel like it was the comeback, the original debut days again. There are many ways to skin a cat. TJ, don't get broke off, because I'm not gonna save you. Well, I pray more success to your journey. Thank you, and have a great new year. Bye, Ashley. Bye, Blacks and Mortis. I love his mullet. The gray is to die for. Die. It's like literati emotional vampire. I got to me sometimes. It's not all about you, Karen. Anybody with the name of Karen is just so thrown under the bus now, because Karen is the default name for memes and everything. I like die for instead of die for, Vanessa. Damn, CJ, between you and Ashley, I don't know who to be more scared of. I don't know, Maggie. I would say me, but and then they try to talk to me. No, I want no part of you. You see my face? Leave me the fuck alone. Whose solo song is your favorite from God Seven's album? I like Mark's a lot, which shocked me that I liked it that much. And I was like agitated that Jackson was on it. I'm like, let him have his solo moment. Jin Young's did not shock me, because the JJ Project album that they came out with last year was absolutely freaking phenomenal, and his writing style and everything. It was consistent with that. It felt like it was a track that belonged on that album, and he just held it for later. But I was most impressed with Mark's, because Mark was rapping and singing. They were all fun tracks. Young Jay just brought it. There's no shock there. Mark's. Let's see. The streak doesn't come out often, Maggie, but it's there. Yeah, buddy, it's there. What is it? I was shocked. I like Mark's song too. I listen to it more than the other solos. It's the beat. It's infectious. I just like the little chorus. And this is from a dream. Like, oh, Mark, how cute is that? You're really not saying much, but I like it. Do y'all hear that? Imagine trying to sleep, and that's just going every 20 minutes. It was a little quiet today. Good grief. I understand that. I full on threatened to cut a certain part of my best friend's boyfriend if he ever heard her when they first started singing. I was surprised. I like Jackson's because his music wasn't my thing. I like the first verse of Jackson's. I like the music that they gave him for this album versus what he does on his own. I would love to send his team. I would love to send Team Wayne a zip file of stuff that he could work with. But I haven't. I won't. Not just yet. Still working on some things before I start sending zip files to folks. Um, Dating HTM. Natural hair is not easy. It's all trial and error. But be careful of the YouTube hairologist. For me, I no longer want wear my hair in its natural state. I just got tired and now straighten it. Well, even see, that's the thing. People think that natural means it has to be the curls and whatnot. Like natural can still mean minimal chemicals, minimal processing. I prefer to wear my hair straight. I don't like curls. Even when I was a little girl and my family would do my hair for things like for church and stuff, and they'd be like, oh, we should put curls in it. I'd be bent out of shape. I hate curls. I don't like them. So the flat irons here don't get hot enough to keep my hair flat the way that I want it. I can flatten it, but it'll still be like this high off my head. No, I want it like this. I want it dead inside. I don't want no body, no bump, no nothing. So, but it's still natural. Like at that point in time, I would only have heat on my hair once a month, and it would last me that long. So yeah, it's not always just the curls. A lot of people think it's just the curls. It's not always just the curls. I love JB's and Jin Young's. Miss Blink Team Wang, I need that. I need that. He don't have to. He could just take half of a song, and I'd be pleased because I know what he's aiming for, but I know what I'm hearing is it's not. Why I get winded talking about? It's not that it's bad. It's just it could be so much better if it was a different drum selection that they were using. The best sounding song that he has, the best sounding song was a commercial for a phone, and he did it with the Jabberwockies. The beat on that song, the actual music is about to have a GMPD. The music is hollowed out, if you will, where his vocals sit within it far more greater than they do on any other track that he's individually produced. Then the one that he did here on the album for the comeback, that first verse was everything. The second verse, he don't have the same delivery confidence because the song is demanding too much from him. I could fix that. Let me fix it, baby. Let me fix it. Okay, so listen, Tempted is a whole Bob. Tempted is a Bob. Yes, it is, but he wouldn't need to be on Tempted. I got a whole bunch of songs he would need. I want it dead inside. I do want my hair dead inside. I'm about to pull a full Britney. I'm so over my hair. I thought about shaving it all off again, but I hate it when it was very, very short. I was not happy with that at all. Miss Ashley, again, thank you for being your real, intelligent, inspiring, blessed, and beautiful you. Stay healthy and rested. I look forward to your comeback well as your album drop. Love you. Thank you. Love you too. Well, y'all, we've been on here almost an hour and a half. I'll give y'all about 5 more minutes of my time. Then I have to come on off so that I can get on with my weekend and my appointments. I've been looping Tempted lately while I write lately. I love it. I hope that you like the version with the lyrics that is going to be on the album. I very much love that song, and the person who performed on it very much loves it too. Right, I want my hair straight with no chemicals, but I can change my mind anytime I want to. It's hair, it grows back. It most certainly does, but for some people, it don't grow back that fast. Oh no, we're not trying to find anything. We're trying to turn the light up on my laptop. Don't be this way. Don't be this way. Don't be this way. Oh, it is turned up as high as it's gonna go. Well, then I tell you the truth. Yu-Gi-Oh! Semi trying to shed that Magne image with fine, but I wasn't surprised. His SoundCloud been on some growth. His SoundCloud is great. I still have a hard time dealing with the fact that it's his voice and he's like growing up. His voice is very youthful to me. But I mean, hey, he doing his thing. Somebody DM Jackson a Miss Blink track. There's plenty to choose from. I don't think the ones that I have on there are the ones that I want him to have, even though there is a track named after him. The song from my 30 Days of K-pop, that song is called Jackson. It's named after him. Oh, I have a song named Sugar, named after BTS Sugar. Have a song called Alan Z, named after the rapper, singer Alan Z. So sometimes music is named after people of the influences of the sounds that I think of them. Love you, Ashley. Love you, Tiffany. I'll DM Team Wayne. We need this. They need this. I love Tempted. Hey, I made it. Hey, Miss Odetta. I don't have many moments left, though. I'm only on here for about 5 more minutes. Brought back Solo Switch with JB. Got me listening to Sunrise in a whole other way. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm still eating rice cakes, y'all. It's very good. It's a tasty meal. I guess before we go, I could share one track with y'all. Yet and still, let me put that in here right now. Miss Blink Beats. If you go onto YouTube in the search and you look for that, thank you, Simply Ring. You will be able to, you'll be able to keep up with the music that I'm uploading because I'm moving things from the YouTube channel here onto there. So I can have a full music directory of all my crap. So I guess I'll play something for y'all that the Instagram beta testers already heard. I'm going to miss having them for the next 3 months. Rice cakes give me life. They give me life too. Can't wait to see what you come back with next year. I hope you have a good break and a wonderful holiday. Thank you, Trisha. I'm glad I caught you live. Can't wait till you come back. Love you. Thank you. I've only barely listened to Jackson's music, but my opinion is that the sound of the music is trying so hard to go with the trend that he doesn't realize it doesn't quite fit him. That is it. I'm so behind on comebacks. I've been on an indie kick. I mean, they don't fit. They don't fit. They don't fit. They don't fit. And I mean, he's doing well. He's definitely doing well with consumers and whatnot, but like dag nabbit, it don't fit. Okay. Lizzie. What shall I share with everyone? I don't even know. I don't know what to share with you all. That's uploading tomorrow. I'm not sharing that. Are you moving channels or just leaving YouTube for a while? I am on a 3-month break from this YouTube channel so that I can pre-record months of content. That way it'll get back on a schedule. So it'll be more so in the style of video essays. Same content, just presented differently. So you'll still have fangirl versions. You'll still have lives will be ruined. Here's a letter. Great moments in production and delivery, but things will be formatted just a little bit differently and still my story times from the stuff that happens in my life. But I do have another YouTube channel that I am rebuilding because I need to be able to showcase my music. Indie artist out here, maybe you've heard of him. His name is Rehab. I had a session with him not too long ago where him and his team were listening to my music. And I gave them my SoundCloud, which is updated, but like I have no other referential space. So I have to start rebuilding the YouTube videos. So fun. But no, I'm not leaving YouTube. YouTube gonna have to shut the hell down before I leave it. Good luck for whatever you wish to do in the future. Yeah, I'll still be around, but this channel will be on a break. Be safe and have fun. I agree with you all, Jackson. Is there any way to write you letters? I mean, you all can send me emails. My email is info@multifacetedacg. But no newsletters are going out, no social media presence, with the exception of automatic uploads that say a new song has dropped or a new podcast episode is released and things of that sort. I'm still doing those things. This channel is just taking a very necessary break. Okay, I'll share this song with y'all. It's called Dum Dum. Dum Dum. I like it. I think it's on my SoundCloud. Not sure, but whatever. Yeah, I heard about what Shane is doing. YouTube ain't going nowhere. Y'all know I live for nuances in music. If you go to soundcloud.com/Miss Blink and you listen to that song that I just played with headphones, the song is called Dum Dum. You will hear all of the transitions in bass and instrumentation that you can't hear through the computer screen. It's a really fun sounding futuristic song. Somebody asked if Jackson is, I'll go up to it instead of just speculating. First off, Maggie said YouTube might be shutting down because Shane is spilling all the tea about a certain creator. YouTube will never shut down until Google shuts down. Google just turned 20 years old day before yesterday. And it's the world's #1 search engine, despite being only 20 years old. And YouTube is owned by Google, which makes Google first and YouTube second as search engine. This bad boy ain't going nowhere no time soon. They'll clean it up from time to time, but it ain't going nowhere. Emailing me is fine while I'm gone, y'all. info@multifacetedacg.com. Do you think it's Jackson's actual style or him trying to emulate a style is what Cynthia Reen asked? I think some of it is his style, and then some of it is emulating what's popular right now because he is an idol and he's got to do what sells records. So what he does in China, the songs that he does there is what's popular there. But I don't think anybody does better than Tao and Chris Wu with emulating what works in their country and the surrounding in a more effective manner. Jackson has to work within the confines of being an idol as well. But if he ever releases a full album of his own, I hope there's more color and creativity on there. I love him to death, but I know he can do more. And I know he knows he can do more. But he also already told us he's not a rapper. He's not. He's just really good at the performative experience. Vanessa, you're welcome. I'm glad I could share some advice. He can still follow the trend, but with his own style. Yep. Enjoy the rest of your year. Thank y'all. I like this. It's got a nice groove to it. I'm as old as Google. Chris Wu is doing his thing in America too. Yeah, they're all rocking. Well, that is it, everyone. You are more than welcome to keep up with me via email. I will email back. But this is it for this channel for this year. It is always fun. I am always grateful for your support. Excuse me. I sneezed and the doggone battery went through. I look forward to coming back next year with exciting content on this channel for you. Until then, you can enjoy content that's on Miss Blink Beats and on the podcasts that I'm on. And I look forward to checking y'all later. I love you, MACGoalas. Y'all are so wonderful and precious to me. Bye, y'all.